The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast.
Is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days.
Hosted by a group of best friends. If you'd like to find out more, visit nerdchatmedia.com.
This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
I'm about to delete this freaking blue sky. Oh, hello. Daddy D. Wally here, and welcome to Invalid Username, Invalid Handle, aka The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. We are recording live on... Oh, wait, Breaking news. This is just coming in. I believe we are live on Facebook, YouTube. Bubble Boy's telling me right now through comms that we are live on Blue Sky. Is that correct, Bubble Boy?
I absolutely never said that.
All right. Well, apparently we are not live on crappy Blue Sky anyway. This is an Xbox podcast, and tonight we are going to be talking about this is a PlayStation, Jose? Whoa. That was loud, right, guys? That was a little coming a little hot. Xbox Cloud Stream, your library is finally here? Oh, no. The Keighley Award nominees are out. Oh, God. Black Friday deals are live, and video games and food, of course. Joining me, as always, I doubt this. He is ready to head back. Oh, and I thought you meant the danger zone. He's ready to head back into the zone. Chipotle Bear, how are you?
I am doing great, man. I have literally 24 hours until I have 10 days off because of Thanksgiving break. Not going to lie, it has been quite the week at my school. It's a lot for really good reasons, sometimes for some not so great reasons, but it's also been a super dope week of gaming. Gotten to play a lot of Call of Duty. I have not gotten my first dub on Resurgence, although my crew did after I went to bed one night. That probably says a lot about my skill level. And I did get to jump in a little bit of Stalker 2 last night after a 155 gigabyte update that I did not update. That's correct. Not download. Update.
No. To be fair, Jose, you never downloaded the game. You only had 10 megabytes. You were just downloading the game for the first time.
Update. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me here.
Joining us, as always, streaming is the future, and the future is here, X-Bacon Gaming.
So I got warned last night that I was up against my data cap, and then so Dan yells at me for not having a game download, and I'm like, I'm up against my data cap. Well, come to find out, Stalker 2 was downloading in the background, and I completely blew past my data cap, and I had to ask the wife to go ahead and get me back on the unlimited plan. So I am back on unlimited data. All the downloads.
Download!
Everything is going to be downloaded. Yes. I stream everything. Everything is downloaded. I play on the cloud now. Let's go.
All right. I had a baby bacon.
Did you download Dead Island?
No, but with my download speeds, it'll take me like 10 minutes. So.
Jose, before I even introduce our missing co-host, can the three of you, Bacon, Jose, or the three of us, can we finish Destiny 2, the final shape already? All right. Can we finish the game,
update
please?
Went through. We're good. My update for Destiny went through.
We can, but not today. And not
Why
this
not?
Week. Well, one, I have to edit the show. That's one reason.
Murdered for having a data cap in the
two,
chat.
Also, because I want to play Stalker 2. And freaking, I made 5 shorts this week, dude. And we've been killing it on the shorts game. Shout out to Eric, and he's in the chat right now. Good to see you, Eric. Right? Like, I don't want to play Destiny right now. I will play. And next week, I have a lot of time to play. Is the thing. I'll happily play Destiny next week. I promise.
Should I just pick up Eric and me and Bacon and Eric go without your ass?
No, because Bacon's in the same boat as I am. He doesn't want to play it either.
No, he'll play with me. He wants to finish it and delete it off his hard drive. I know him.
Yelled at last night. Deja Vu just stayed quiet in the chat, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Dan.
Oh God, I didn't yell at him. I was just like, forget it. I'm not going to go there. Joining us as always, 1 out of 3 ain't bad for a caca chain. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. And we will come back to it, I am sure. In the meantime, though, I was scouring the internet for a good Sisyphus sound drop, and I found one that I think is beautiful. So tell me if this is a keeper.
Wait.
Nothing pisses my wife off more than me relaxing in my own house.
Yes.
Sorry.
But I was going to say, please explain to the crowd the context.
What's a
Many people
Sisyphus?
don't know what Sisyphus is.
Bacon,
Who
you don't know what
Sisyphus
Sisyphus
Yes,
is?
I knew it.
I was
Nobody
lost
knows.
in the
How have you survived in our chat, Bacon?
Okay.
I'm just a
Timestamp this
casual
right
observer.
now. 5:50. Bubble Boy explains the myth of Sisyphus. Go ahead, Bubble Boy.
Is the Greek demigod? I don't know if he is or not. That is constantly just pushing the boulder up the hill, and it never ever stops.
Oh, he's in Hades.
Yes.
Constantly. Yeah, absolutely.
You're always a lose-lose, right? Like whenever me and
matter
Bubble
what.
Boys, you can't win.
Yep.
And we're always in a struggle with our kids, with our wives especially.
Yep.
And so Bubble Boy, myself, and Severson, another teacher, constantly text I'm going to
Just
Costco with the kids.
Sisyphus.
and then I say deleting, because you got to delete your chat afterwards, or your wives will look at that and be like, "Why are you talking shit about me to your friends?" So you got to delete that. And then I found out another hard way: you need to delete the backups of the deletions that Apple for some reason keeps in your messages.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Throw Strat, Bubble Boy, they're all there. You better go delete it, or she's gonna go look right now. Look at his face, you guys. Live reaction, freaking out, panic.
It was great being here. I think. Are we done tonight?
All
Let's go.
right.
I gotta run real quick.
Hot take. I only know one extra guy's name in our chat. I figured out Miggy's phone number, and the rest of them I don't know.
You don't know Matthew Pony.
I think I got Alan's, but I'm not. I can't pin it down.
Let's move on. Speaking of friends, to Nerd Chat shout outs, Jose. I gotta give shout out number 1. Is he here in the chat? I don't know. Regardless. Oh, there he is. Shout out, and he wrote down Sisyphus as well. To Todd Oxtra and everyone over there at Secret Friends Unite and their whole entire network. Congratulations to Todd. 500 episodes. Incredible achievement. I believe all of us were a part of this phenomenal feat. If I'm not mistaken, we've all been a guest on one of his shows. So shout out to Todd Oxtra, one of my personal heroes. Don't tell him I said that. One of the good ones. One of the olds of the olds.
Yep.
Ooh.
Todd Oxtra, number
How?
1
Like, is he 40
Nerd
yet?
Chat shout out. Or number 1 Nerd Chat intern. Shout out to Todd Oxtra. Everybody. Can I get some emotes in the chat, Jose? Jose, can you give me a...
Oh, yeah, right there.
Okay. There it is. Nothing but love for
It's an
Todd
Apple
Oxtra.
thing, bro.
Go into the complete opposite of a shout
Mine
out.
doesn't do that.
It's an Apple thing.
J Randolph 9328 said, "Quit trying to glorify the dying consoles, laughing my ass off." Ha 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 ha. In response to our Xbox ecosystem short. Shout out to Todd Oxtra again. I missed the live show, so I'm doing some play-by-play now. Dan is Tony Reale's twin. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Who's Tony Reale?
Exactly.
The
Only
old,
Bubble Boy would
no,
know.
the old, not old, the ESPN.
He's
Don't tell me.
Ex-Stat Boy, Bacon.
Yeah, God.
Around the Horn. He
Around the
hosts
Horn.
Around the
I
Horn.
was like, I could picture
That's
all the
Tony
time.
Reale.
Oh, I see.
That's
it
my
now.
twin.
He's got Woody
Thank you.
Cage on there all the time.
There we go. And shout out, everybody look up Tony Reale. Tell me if I look like him. To Zenkai Goose 6 days ago in response to our last episode, number 185, 20 Years of Halo. The Canadians are taking over and I'm all for it. In response to
He's absolutely right.
being on the show. And shout out to Justin Bogus, aka Jay Bizzle himself. What's up, fellas? I've been meaning to write this in the comments for a couple of weeks now. As probably the only person on this planet who has listened to every single minute of every single podcast on this channel. I almost broke the streak during the Halloween podcast when D. Wally started the episode with his quote, Joker quote. Joker voice.
He's right.
I literally fast forwarded the episode to see if he was going to keep it up the entire episode and definitely would not finish that one if he had. Thank goodness he's got the vocal cord strength of a small child and couldn't keep it up for a few seconds.
That's what she said.
That's just
Oh, Bacon! I mean, Jay Bizzle! You're gonna make fun of my vocal cords? I'm gonna read the rest of yours in the joke. The lotion man voice. Here we go, boys and girls.
That makes it so much worse.
Oh, Bacon said you'll probably bring this up on the next episode. But the rumors are that Sorny Corporation is gonna buy Katakawa Corporation. Am I doomed to ever get another Elden Ring on the Xbox? Do I have to break down and buy a PC? Because there ain't no way I'm switching platforms to that PlayStation. Thanks for all the laughs and good times over the years.
It's not even Joker anymore.
That's a lotion man right there. P.S.
I've been muted. What happened?
I've almost completed. Holy shit, you guys. Holy shit.
What? A no-death run?
You guys, I've almost completed my first no-death run.
J-Biz.
Elden Ring.
Bruh.
I've only died one time, of course, to gravity, and finished the game in under 4 hours.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Wow.
Seriously.
Shout out to the goat of Elden Ring in our world, and possibly the world at this point, because he's got like 1,000 hours in Elden Ring, you guys. No cap. More than that. I think he's got like 1,800.
Yeah, we
2,000.
looked it up a year ago, and it was
Shout out to Jay Bizzle for the write-in. Bubble Boy, take it away. What was your response to Jay Bizzle's comments there?
well, the first one, yeah, him and literally everybody else on the planet that has ever heard this show, I would say. I think the most impressive thing though is this no death run that he's doing, and I wanted to know, was the gravity one, was that at the very beginning when you did it on purpose so that you didn't have to fight that first boss, or did you accidentally fall off? If you did, where'd you fall off, J-Biz? I'm a little curious.
Good question. I'm curious about that too. Dan's chewing. Oh, okay. I'll go next. About J-Biz's thing, the Kanakawa thing, I mean, I just think we're at a time now where like Sony, they might buy them. And that's like collateral damage, right? That's what happens when companies start buying different companies. Like that is bound to happen. I understand his fear because I agree. Like I would certainly be bummed if we didn't see any kind of Elden Rings or true Souls games on Xboxes, or if they were like timed releases, that would be a bummer. But I also like I'm moving slowly into the Bacon camp over here that I don't think they'll do that, dude. Like they're just going to lose too much money doing it that way. Like they want to compete, and that's how you compete. And for what it's worth, Bogus, I should say, dude, like I know you're an Xbox dude. I love that about you. I don't think it's a terrible idea to start thinking about the PHC, man. Like truly, you could start with about the same price now. I mean, honestly, turn into something that you do with Riley, like build one together.
I got a processor for him right here.
Oh, perfect.
Right here.
Yeah.
And John C. Riley could answer all your questions about it.
Yeah. And
You ever wonder about what the heck all these kids are doing on the computers all the time?
Can someone ban Bubble Boy's
Soundboard?
I got the you like that.
Well, you better use that this episode. Bacon, tell Bogus it's time to switch, right? Because you will help him build, and think about all the portable gaming he'll be able to do too at the same time. Bogus, you could be playing on the ROG Ally, Elden Ring all you want right now. Think about that, Bogus.
So, Bizzle, first off, you think it's bad hearing that voice over a phone or possibly your car speakers?
Yeah.
You should try it with studio cans on. It was... My ears are still
I wanted
bleeding
to
from
fast
that
forward it.
episode.
Whoa. What are cans again?
They're headphones
I know.
called studio cans. Come on, guy. Come on.
Not what I was thinking.
Get with it. And secondly,
You should have done...
Bizzle, you should definitely go to PC, because imagine how good you'd be on Elden Ring at 240 frames a second.
Oh,
You would block
might not
every
have fallen off.
attack.
he doesn't... Well...
Every attack.
No, you're wrong, Bacon, because what does Elden Ring and the Souls games do? It caps you at 60 FPS. I'm such a PC nerd, you guys. Come on.
Oh no. And I'll share my thoughts on this Kirikawa thing when this comes up on in our doc, because we are
Okay,
definitely gonna talk
sounds
about that.
good. Speaking of Nissa, your comment, yeah, we'll address that in a second. Cans mean to me child, adolescent, needs and strength assessment.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
They're studio cams. These are the same headsets they use in recording studios with artists.
A live question from the chat right now. Live breaking. I'm getting this in my ear right now. Oh, actually, it's on the screen. Please. Game Positive said, question for the nerds / chat. If you have been in a store with a video game section recently, did the Xbox section look depressing compared to PlayStation and Nintendo? Yes. I can even comment further on that. Did you guys see the current GameStop Black Friday ad? I didn't even see
an Xbox
page.
Yeah, he went and said that later.
It's over. Oh,
well.
Oh, sorry. Yep. I mean,
it's fun while it lasted.
It's fine.
It's been 4 years for me since I've been in a game store. So,
well, yeah. I mean, I haven't been either, but when I go to Target and stuff, I still
occasionally you'll poke in.
At Walmart. I mean, to be honest, actually, Eric, I'll say the Walmart and PlayStation are still the same for me when I go in our
and Target's like that too.
But
well, and I think
the GameStop ad was like, whoa, this is. I mean, clearly GameStop's like Xbox is going all digital. We don't like Xbox anymore.
Yeah, but if you go to Best Buy, they don't have DVDs or Blu-rays there anymore either. Yeah, like they're just getting rid of those sections at Best Buy.
Yeah,
and I think that's more what it is. If you're there looking for Xbox, you're going to notice it, and it might actually be similar to PlayStation, but you notice the imperfections that you're looking for. So
I mean, confirmation bias. I like it.
Like Silken said, though.
Sure, Nissa.
It looks the same, and Nintendo's taking all of because Nintendo sells cartridges and physical media. So, yeah, interesting, but at the same time, whatever. I've made the switch to digital. I don't care anymore, you guys. I think it's dumb. Jose, is there a comment that we need to read? What did Derek say? At my local GameStop, the manager told me the only new Xbox games they get in are the ones the ones he pre-orders. Well.
Way to hold it down.
Keep it strong, Eric. Hold the line. Hold the line. I should have been wearing my shirt. Jose, it's time.
News team, assemble!
News story number 1, and this broke. We actually it broke the day we recorded.
Yeah.
But we really didn't talk about it. This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. This PC is an Xbox. That PlayStation over there is an Xbox. Bubble Boy's ROG Ally is an Xbox. Everything's but an Xbox, but an Xbox. And then I pulled up this is happening the day of, this quote from Stein, which I believe he's the social media manager at Xbox. Whether you prefer a console or cloud, mobile or PC, and more, there is now so many ways to jump in and play with the Xbox ecosystem the way you want to play. And he quote tweeted the new ad for this is an Xbox. And then when people started to lose their minds thinking that Xbox is just dead, there's no more consoles, no more handhelds, he tweeted a picture underneath and he said, I'm just going to leave this here. And this is bad. It's an article in Rolling Stone saying Xbox CEO says there will definitely be future consoles. Although the company's new ads emphasize cloud streaming, Phil Spencer tells Rolling Stone there will be a box to buy. So all of this drama around this advertisement, which again, I believe last week we kind of just it was like a fart in the wind to us. We didn't really talk about it.
Not one of my farts.
Bubble Boy, feel free to use it after your own. I mean, it's your own freaking soundboard to use it. But
that was me. I said that.
I know. I'm saying you should have done you like that after you said that. That's what I'm saying. And then I like this tweet by Clobrill. You know, he's kind of an Xbox. I don't want to say shill, but bacon. You know,
it's fine.
He's an influencer.
In my honest opinion, the marketing campaign itself is really well done and one of the best I've seen by Xbox in many years. It's bold. It's everywhere. People talk about it. That's very true. And it shows it works. As Xbox Cloud Gaming is still in beta with missing features, etc., this entire thing does feel a few months too early. But then again, it'll probably take years to teach people you can play Xbox everywhere, so they might as well start now, I guess. Great point. This is an Xbox is not about replacing Xbox hardware nor those players, but rather to find additive audiences beyond that. This is not even news. And that's the one part Xbox has actually been transparent about for many years already. It's just today Xbox starts to message that more broadly via marketing. The vast majority of Game Pass subscribers are on Xbox consoles, and it will remain like that for a long time. Cloud and PC growth areas in particular for Game Pass. It does make business sense to invest here, so it does also make sense to put marketing efforts behind that. I think the fear loyal Xbox customers have is that through this shift, Xbox will not spend enough resources towards a first-class Xbox console experience. We have already seen moments where Xbox failed on that part, even if in general they are doing a good job here. And at the end of the day, it's up to Xbox to prove they are able to dance at multiple parties at the same time. And he quote tweeted Jez, of course, saying, opinion, this ad is bad timing, blah, blah, blah. Jez always stirring up drama. Bacon, what are your thoughts on this as an Xbox campaign and the following drama that resulted there for about 48 hours?
I think it's an awesome ad because Xbox is clearly trying to target a different group of gamers. They're trying to target the kids on the iPads, the kids on the cell phones. They're trying to, target all these different groups of people, and Xbox is going to continue to make a console because they get 30% of all microtransactions for your Fortnites, for your Roblox, for your FIFAs, for your Maddens, for your Call of Duties. It still goes back to this console mentality that people can't break away from. The same mentality I had in the 80s when I was playing on the NES about, I can't play this on my Atari, so I'm better. It is a changing world, and you're going to see later in the very last story I have in our doc that the times are changing. They're going to make another Xbox because the microtransactions, the Xbox Live Gold memberships, or the Game Pass Core it's called now, it is too much money to freaking walk away from. It's just mind-numbing to me that how these guys can sit here and just pound their chest for console exclusivity, which is no longer a thing for any platform. And I even looked into the camera when I said that one.
Oof. Before I throw it over to Jose, Todd said this is an Xbox, but you need a Game Pass Ultimate membership stream. I don't, Todd. I kind of disagree. Like, what do you expect? Like,
I know
you're using a service. Exactly.
Okay,
I don't see how. Maybe it can drop down to a lower Game Pass tier, but you're using a service. I don't think.
Tier, yeah.
It's not like you're streaming directly from your Xbox. You're using the service, so I kind of feel like it's justified. Just like same thing with NVIDIA, right? With GeForce Now, you have to have. I didn't know you had a membership, and you do. So I don't know. I got to push back a little bit on that. Bubble Boy, go ahead.
Well, I think what they're thinking is it's almost like the App Store at that time, right? It's like Apple Arcade or something. Because I at first was in the same boat. I was like, well, wait a second, because I was planning on getting rid of my Ultimate and just doing PC Game Pass, but it does make sense. And I'm like, yeah, you are skipping out on the entire cost of a console or a handheld or insert whatever you're playing on here. So I'm perfectly okay with it. I played maybe 10, 15 minutes, just a couple of matches of Mortal Kombat last night, and it worked great on the ROG Ally. As I was saying earlier, Bacon doesn't need to download all of Dead Island 2 because I streamed that entire game and it worked fantastic. So
Bacon also streamed Cyberpunk from his phone. He sent us the screenshot.
Yeah. So I am not in any way upset that that's what they're choosing to do, because and maybe I'm the problem, because I think I'm going to keep Ultimate just for that, just in case. So,
yeah. And that's a good point, Bubble Boy, is like, yes, you are streaming your games, but with this service, you can get rid of your console, like you said, and just
buy your games now.
You can just pay $20 a month to basically get the same exact experience without a console, which is, again, not something any of us would do, but for some, maybe that would bring people. And I don't know. They got to grow their audience somehow, guys. So go.
And Nissa just asked if she can play Hogwarts Legacy on it, and that is absolutely on there, number Legacy, 26 on the list. Yep.
And she can stream it already from her Xbox through her ROG Ally through the Xbox app. If she now she'll be able to regardless
from anywhere.
Wow. That's
Work,
wild.
Bus stop.
Jose.
I mean, here's the thing. Going back to the question, and honestly, this is the same question that Bogus jokingly kind of asked at the beginning. Is he's like, look, I'm an Xbox gamer. I want to buy an Xbox, and I think what he's worried about, and I think what Jez was talking about, and honestly, a lot of people, some people probably in the chat are worried about, is like, I just want to buy an Xbox. Like, they know that we're PC guys. They know that is like our world, and we
PlayStation guys stuff. Who would never buy an Xbox.
Exactly, that's just what they want to buy. I think what we're learning through this kind of stuff is I don't think they're going to stop making Xboxes as a unit. They would be dumb to do that. What I think they're going to do, though, is that they're going to change. They're not going to push the envelope in terms of the graphical fidelity. I think they'll, of course, upgrade. That's like a normal technological cycle thing. But I think what both PS5 and Xbox Series X were aiming to do was this, like, we're moving into the uncanny valley and 8K fidelity streaming and all this stuff. And then they realized pretty quickly, they just can't do that. They can't do the 60 FPS at these high reses, and it's like upscaled and stuff. And so, but what I think they learned, in addition to knowing they couldn't do that, is that a lot of people just don't freaking care, dude, because so many people are still playing on 1080 screens, 1440 screens. Like, and Dan, I hear you. I know you're going to say but people want the good stuff. They do. But I think that they will grow the audience, especially with the younger generation, because I think they're the ones who don't necessarily care, especially when they're gaming on their phone. I think that's what this ad is targeted at, is that they want to show people, like, you don't have to buy the box. If you'd rather game on your laptop because that's what you have, game on your laptop. If you want to game on your phone because that's what you have, game on your phone. If you want to game on a PC, cool. We'll give you what you want there too. But I think that's the whole point. And I agree with Global Hill here that the whole point of advertising is to get people talking about your app. That is
definitely got that.
For whether it's controversial or not, that is the goal. And I think they hit it out of the park with this one. I would be willing to bet, and that's exactly why we did that. Our thumbnail this week is going to get us views on this show just because of the thumbnail. And they're
going to come in and, don't talk about the PlayStation. Like, you Xbots are a bunch of
we're going to get some hate comments too. That's fine. We asked for it, right, with what we're doing. But I think the reality is, like, that marketing was pretty strong, dude. And I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see Xbox get a W there. Now, to Todd's point, and then I'll stop talking for a little bit, he's like, I think Todd is saying that they didn't explain the tiers of Game Pass very well.
Todd said, I'm not sure normies understand what it means and what's required, and especially did they explain you need Game Pass Ultimate, especially now that there's 3 tiers of Game Pass? Go ahead, Jose.
You're absolutely right. I don't think they did.
I agree.
I think that's a great point. I hope that.
But that's not the point of this ad, right? This is just to get you thinking and talking about it, and maybe look into it. Maybe down the road, once they get that app store, Jose, and everything starts.
Yeah, I agree. They are looking for an app store. Like, that is their dream. They want to build an app store that they can just, their games, you buy a game or it's included in Game Pass. Like, I think they need to clean up the Game Pass tier thing. I think they can do that, to be fair.
Ugh.
But
what a nightmare.
I don't think I think that's separate from the advertising. They got the advertising right. Now they need to fix the system. And if this ad translates into real-time users, right, I think it's cool, man. I mean, I haven't had the need to try the cloud streaming yet. It's also like freaking brand new, but I know when it gets there, I'm going to be pretty excited, dude. Like, I'm excited to try it out. So anyway, those are my thoughts.
Let's get them the comments in here. Ashes to Ashes. Shout out to Ashes, by the way. Xbox is all about expanding the user base, not shrinking it. Removing consoles would instantly reduce the console user base by 20 million plus users. And then I wanted to shout out Dinero Primero. Shout out to Dinero Primero. Can someone explain what that second? Xbox couldn't win going toe to toe with console sales versus PlayStation. So they rewrote the rules for themselves and are now paving their own path. And Todd Oxer said, what if Xbox just becomes a hybrid system and just avoids the power arms race? I think that's smart. Todd says, I think that's compelling. I think as consoles get more expensive, PCs become more attractive. Very good points, Todd. And Todd also said, should Xbox make a backbone style controller for mobile so they can make it simpler? No, I think they got to make a cheap, affordable, entry level. They got to make a dedicated handheld.
Yeah,
I think
dedicated.
the other items like that our hardware already exists. So great discussion. Let's go right into news story number 2, kind of tying along with this. News story number 2 also broke. Was this right after? No, it was earlier.
It was earlier this week. This week.
November 20th. Stream your own game with Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta. This is coming straight from the Xbox Wire and Ashley McKissick. Basically, guys, 50 games are now available for streaming. So if you own these games, you can stream any versions of these games below that you own. And here are the available today. And this is a beta. Of course, everything's going to be a beta for like 20 years. Animal Well, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Avatar, Balatro, Baldur's Gate 3, Banishers, Call of Duty MW2, that's a strange one, 2022. I don't know what's up with that. The casting of Frank Stone, Cyberpunk, Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D, Dredge, Dying Light 2, Stay Human, Farming Simulator, Fear the Spotlight, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 5, Final Fantasy 6. So the Pixel Remaster. Wow. Holy crap. If Pony had a Game Pass Ultimate, he could be streaming these games right now, Bubble Boy. I got to get him on
that. And I have specifically this background because I literally had bought them on bought
Steam.
What? No, they're Xbox. You can see the little,
okay. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
the little logo there, and downloaded them all. It was, I think, all of 6 gigs, so it took like 8 seconds, but still I didn't have to. But it was literally the next day that this happened, so I was like, that's kind of funny. That's cool.
Hades, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. Ooh, okay, there it is. High on Life, great game. Hitman, Hogwarts, Hogleg, you hear that, Nissa? House Flipper 2, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, I forgot that was on Xbox, Larry, Harry Potter, Life is Strange, Double Exposure, Metro Exodus, MK1, NBA 2K25, PGA Tour 23, Phasmophobia, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, Rust, 7 Days to Die, Star Wars Outlaws, Stray, The Crew, Motorfest, The Outlast Trials, The Plucky Squire, Witcher 3, Division 2, Top Spin, 2K25, Undertale, Visions of Mana, Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2, and WWE 2K24. Limited library there, boys. But it finally happened. It's happening, Bacon. So you did try Cyberpunk. So tell us about your adventure in, what's the city called again?
Night City.
Night City.
Sorry. Yeah, I got off last night after killing it in Call of Duty again. And I had like 10 minutes before I needed to go to bed, so I put my backbone on my phone. I went into the cloud streaming app, and I fired up Cyberpunk. For some reason, when I turned left, it was really slow, but when I turned right, it was normal speed. So anytime I was using could be a problem with my backbone, because I can't imagine anything else would cause that. Hopped on a motorcycle and just cooked it through the desert after talking to Pan Am, and I was just full bore, flying through the desert, and a turn came up, and I couldn't quite react in time, ate crap and died, and said, all right, it works. Now, I also stream Call of Duty on my ROG Ally, and I've said this multiple weeks in a row, that it is absolutely flawless. Flawless experience at playing zombies over their streaming service. So I've been waiting for this because there's so many games I abandoned on my Xbox I don't particularly want to buy again, which I did with all the Arkham games, but it's another story. So, like you said, yeah, we've been waiting for this for a really long time. We've heard rumors of this. I think Jez said back in June this was coming. And it is finally here. It was a shadow drop. They didn't any fanfare. They just said stream your games. So now the ultimate goal is for people to be able to go in on their phone or their ROG Ally and buy games directly from the Xbox app and be able to stream your games. It's just another way to enter the ecosystem, and it actually works. Now, given this was at home on my Wi-Fi, which I was out of data at that point, but it still worked. And so at home on Wi-Fi, and it works. It actually works. And so I got no problems with it. Just play games.
You know what I was thinking about just looking at the list of games, where a lot of these on Game Pass before, but some of them are more modern. But I'm just wondering if there's kind of a tie to they already had like Game Pass streaming for some of these and then added more recent titles. I don't know. Bubble Boy, you also tried this or no? Tell me about your experience. You're also muted, by the way.
Jesus, I played Mortal Kombat just a couple of rounds.
How was the latency with that?
Not bad. I mean, it either works or it doesn't. And I don't know if Bacon's experienced any of that. I don't think that's what he's talking about when you're talking about. I think you're having more backbone issues. I have internet issues, and it, like I said, it's either gonna. I'm playing it, and it looks no different, plays no different than any console I've ever owned, or it's simply. And when I say not working, I mean like it's there and it's buffering and it's just not playable. Like if I was playing in a single player thing, maybe just sit there and wait. But no, it's great. And because I think we said Sony will head that way sooner or later. Are you talking about with this? Because the Portal can do this now. Like they literally.
That's our last story. That's our last.
No, that's a different. Eric was talking about physical media, and he would give his money to Sony, and I said that's fine, but I think Sony's heading this way too.
Sorry, who cares about Cleveland, Pittsburgh?
Well, and of course Jerry Jeudy didn't score.
Well, last weekend he had a great week. Sorry.
Oh gosh. Anyway, let's not talk about Jerry Jeudy, okay?
Yeah.
But Todd said, when do the games from Gold Xbox 360 get it? I don't know. I mean, eventually. Jose, any closing thoughts on this, or are you ready to move on? Like, I know you haven't gotten a chance to try it, but
no, I did get to try it. I didn't get to try it after this announcement with any of these games. I mean, I'm pumped that this is starting. I think 50 games is a great start. I think that's a high number of games myself. Like I thought, especially because it's kind of their beta and they were launching it worldwide. It's not
it's a good collection of modern and like there's some good games on there.
I'm saying like if people that have those games and they're modern games, there's some older games I think people would really love. I thought the list was great, but I did try the cloud streaming. I think I said this maybe last episode, maybe 2 ago. I was at my daughter's gymnastics gymnasium, and they don't have great Wi-Fi. I mean, it's fine, it's solid, but like it's not my home Wi-Fi where I'm getting gig down and stuff like that. So like, and it worked great because I was playing Black Ops 6, and like what was hard for me, and this is a graybeard problem, is it was too small. Like my ally screen was too small for the Black Ops game. But the game ran well, like because I could get some kills and stuff like that. But she would encourage me to do is my ROG just dropped a brand new charger you can buy. I think it's $30 that it's the one where you has an HDMI port on the charger, and it's meant that you can dock it directly to a TV and play with a controller, like a portable PC. Mm-hmm. I asked for that for Christmas for my brother, because that's rad now. Because now if we travel anywhere ever, I can just take my Ally, that charger, and a controller, and I can literally put it on a TV and now I can cloud stream my games. I think what's going to be interesting, and I'm getting a little into like the ether here with the future handheld, is that if they can also add Steam integration and or GOG integration and or the Epic Store, like that would be a very compelling project. Is all I think that's the reality of it. But I think streaming is cool, dude. I think it's the way we're going. Like I understand it's got quirks. I understand it's not perfect, but getting serviceable to be able to play games like these modern titles without crazy expensive hardware is pretty cool, dude.
Todd said, "How are the games identified for cloud on the app that aren't Game Pass games? Can you guys answer?
Yeah,
that?
it's like
Mine just
my
says
library.
you own this game.
Yeah. Go to your
normally
library.
the green play button, and it just says you own this game, and I just hit it and play it.
Game Positive said, and this is kind of going to the digital versus physical. Insomniac leaks showed that over 50% of Sony's first-party sales were physical. It's obviously down from 100 in the PS2 area, but it's not cratering like Xbox. Yeah, but wasn't that data old? I'd like to see what that is now.
Well, but
it's
still to be contrarian. That's also Insomniac. That's like one of their heaviest hitters. Like I don't know if that's the same about their like kind of AA and single A studios.
Or not Sony first party. Those are specifically Sony first party.
Well, I always bought all my PlayStation games physical too because they have no replayable value to me, and I trade them right back in instantly. Am I
Classic
wrong?
bacon, you
Am I
guys.
wrong?
Moving on to news story. No, I agree.
Wrong.
I agree.
No, I agree.
Story. No, I'm just giving you crap, bacon. News story number 3. Oh God. The Keighley Awards 2024 nominees are in.
I'd at least talk about it.
Some controversy with Game of the Year. Let's jump into it. Here are your Game of the Year nominees, described as recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth, Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor, Refantazio, as Phil Spencer said it. I'm assuming he said it correctly when he was announcing that in Japan. Guys, Game of the Year, what are our predictions? Do we think Elden Ring should be there? I'm so torn about this because it is an amazing game and probably better than every game on this list, realistically.
He's absolutely right.
For me. But it is an expansion, and they should just have an expansion. They should just have a remake/expansions category, or just make a remakes category, an expansions category, an ongoing game. But it is there for now. Thoughts about that, first of all, but I think my prediction for this year, Metaphor would be my pick, even though I haven't played it. I think that would be a deserving one for Atlas to get a Game of the Year. Bubble Boy, what about you? Who do you think is going to win? And
it has to be
Elden Ring.
Has to be Shadow of the Erdtree. It deserves it. It is a bigger, more full-fledged product than some full-price $70 console games. I spent more time in it than I did many other, outside of maybe Call of Duty and I guess Rebirth, but Rebirth was just fluff on top of fluff.
It was way too long.
It was
way too
long.
That's what she said.
Yeah, and then also, so it has to be, and I'm sad that I still haven't played Black Myth Wukong.
I'm sad you haven't played Metaphor.
I don't know. But I will say Balatro, Cordy Morg's middle brother asked me the other day, hey, have you played Balatro? And I just sent him a screenshot of the 470 hours that I have on that game. And it's just too easy to get sucked into. And I was playing it on the Ally, and I would just actually be watching shitty TV, and I'm like, sweet, here's 2 hours of Balatro, and then 2 hours turns into 4 hours, and it's midnight, and all my friends are like, Chance, you don't stay up and play games. I'm like, you're right. What am I doing? Playing Balatro. So
shout out to Ashes. I knew he was going to comment on this because I saw some of his tweets. He was not happy about Elden Ring.
I'm with Ashes on that.
No DLCs and updates need to have their own category. You can't play Shadow of the Erdtree without owning the base game. And not only that, you have to get really far into the base game to even get to it. That came out previously. Also, Metaphor is my pick, having played them all. Jose, go ahead. What's your pick? And you agree?
Well,
you don't think
I agree. I think Shadow's going to win. I do. I think that's all.
Really? I don't think it's going to win, you guys. I think it's too much controversy.
I think it's going to win, dude. But here's the thing. I agree with Ashes. And honestly, I was listening to Trophy Room last night. Kyle and Joe and T said the same thing there. And Ains was talking about it online in our chat. That's the issue. I understand that it's a standalone purchase. It is not a standalone game. You cannot go to the store and buy Shadow of the Erdtree unless you've already have Elden Ring. I just think that's not that doesn't qualify as what that is. And again, I loved the game. That would be what I'd pick from this list. I would love to see that.
Yeah, me too. I said that was my pick.
But I don't think that qualifies. I think it should have its own category. And again, I'm not knocking anything there. I hope that we see an Elden Ring 2 and that can win, because I think it should win probably, because it's going to be amazing when that happens, whenever they do that. But I just don't think it should. Now, of the other ones here, if Erdtree doesn't win, I would love to see Balatro win. I would love to see a shout out to kind of a smaller studio. And it's a great game. And it was not only was it great on console, it ported to phones, iOS store, and it plays great there.
But controversy with that, it's kind of a gambling addiction game.
But so are sports betting apps that are blowing up. Who cares? Anyway,
I'm just throwing a counter argument there. But I actually think Balatro would be cool if it won. But Bacon, quickly, your thoughts about Elden Ring or Shadow of the Erdtree, and get your Game of the Year pick.
Well,
this list.
on this
prediction.
list, the only game I played was, in fact, Shadow of the Year Tree, and it was best game I've played all year, easily.
It was amazing.
Still the best game of a generation, of a lifetime. Elden Ring is exceptional. It's I don't know why we're mad at Elden Ring when Elden Ring didn't make the rules. Keighley made the rules. If we don't like what Keighley's doing, don't watch Keighley's show. Like, Keighley set the rules up. He's an impartial third-party juror. He just set the rules up. He doesn't vote on this stuff.
Keighley impartial?
Yeah, but
Did Hideo Kojima mean anything to you, Bacon?
I'm just saying that it's not Elden Ring's fault that they're included in the Game of the Year, which they will win because it was exceptional. I mean, I do want to play Astrobot, but I'll wait for Sony to loosen their purse strings on that.
Yeah,
game
what do you
and
think about
send it to
Astrobot?
PC.
Astrobot's not a Game of the Year contender. Are you kidding?
I think it's a Game of the Year contender.
No.
I think it is. I also making here's the other problem though, and I don't personally hate Jeff or anything like that, but listening to Season Gaming, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Travis was talking about the process because he got to vote this year, and he was saying like he was trying to clarify from them like what are the rules, what are the parameters, and they basically were like whatever you want. And he was like,
what a great panel.
Yeah,
great setup
like,
there.
I understand why they're doing that. They don't want to influence our
Influence the
decisions. He
vote,
goes,
yes.
but like, he's like, I thrive in a place where you give me parameters, where you give me rules. I'm an A-type personality too. Like, that's why, like, I think that's crazy that you don't say things like, well, it's best game. What is it have to be a whole game? And they're like, whatever you want. You're like, that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
Anyway, shout out to Silkenet. Just go to Indie Games for Real. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. And also, Silkenet said there's no betting. I don't mean betting, but it is, you're playing poker. You're playing a form of poker. You are. It teaches you poker. And then Red Dead, Todd said was amazing, but wasn't game except for the bugs that are still present to this day, where you can't shoot the damn zombie heads.
There are bugs everywhere, though, dude.
This one consistently was happening.
Wasn't
And
the
then
Last of Us one remake also nominated last year? Like,
Game Positive said Golden Joystick Awards were today. If you want to watch an award show that's main focus is on actual awards, I'll have to check that out. And what's the other one? The
Indie Showcase. That's what Silken was saying.
no, the other. Oh God, the one that Greg Miller's like, you better watch this because this is the people who actually are in the industry and they vote.
Greg said I didn't hear it.
Oh God. Anyway, moving on, guys. Let's hear your picks for best game direction: Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy, Metaphor. Is that the same list?
Yes. Exact same list. Elden Ring.
Holy shit, it's the exact same list. Best game direction, Elden Ring. Best ongoing game. What's your pick, Bubble Boy and Jose? Game direction. I didn't hear you.
Elden Ring.
Gonna be Elden Ring.
Okay, best ongoing game, which, by the way, why isn't Forza Horizon on this list? They just hate Forza Horizon.
They still are putting content out with achievements.
I know, exactly. Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Assure you, it's not Destiny 2.
Diablo 4.
Diablo 4.
To be fair, everyone did like the final shape. That was really rated, well regarded critically. Best art direction: Astrobot, Wukong, Elden Ring, Metaphor, Elden Ring, right, guys?
Yeah, Elden Ring.
Yeah, art direction. Best mobile game, Balacho. Right, I don't even have to read the rest of these.
I can't believe TCG Pocket's on there, and I'm not hating on Pokemon. I love Pokemon, but that's like so new. That's insane to me that that's on there.
Best narrative: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Metaphor, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2 is on there, Silent Hill 2. Who's winning best narrative?
Hope Senua. Truly.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy VII, does that count? It's
Bacon.
Why,
What did you
why
pick?
is Silent Hill 2 on here? It's a remake. It shouldn't
That's
be in
what
the
I'm
Game
saying.
Awards.
Both
Shouldn't
of
be in the
them.
Game Awards.
Is the
Silent Hill
story-
2 shouldn't be in the Game Awards.
I mean, I like Hellblade, but I don't narrative wise. I don't know about that one.
It's
Sorry, guys.
fantastic.
Okay, if anything should be won here for best performance for Hellblade, it should be Melina Jurgens, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. Also, we have Luke Roberts, Silent Hill 2. Okay, Humberly Gonzalez, Star Wars Art Laws, Hannah Tell, Life is Strange, and Brianna White, Final Fantasy. This has got to be Hellblade. Like, I'm sorry if it doesn't win this, I would be genuinely shocked. Best score and music: Astrobot, FF7, Rebirth, Metaphor, Silent Hill, Stellar Blade. My vote would be for Metaphor. I hear it's fantastic.
You can't. Final Fantasy gets you in the member berries, though.
Oh God,
I'd go for
I
Metaphor
played
too.
none of these games, so I must abstain.
Okay. Best audio Best audio.
Call of Duty.
Again, I like how they gave the description for the first award, but none of the other ones have the description. Thanks, Polygon. Astrobot, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Rebirth, Hellblade, or Silent Hill. Okay, what do we? Hellblade.
Mm-hmm.
Hellblade.
The audio is insane in that.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
Yes, it scared me from
Again,
playing the game.
Game changer.
You would think. Best adaptation: Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon. That's got to be Fallout TV show, right?
Disagree.
Oh,
Knuckles.
yes. What?
Bacon.
I'm gonna say he's
Fallout,
joking.
all day long, twice on Sunday.
Best multiplayer. I'm shocked, but not shocked to say this. I think Call of Duty should win, but maybe Helldivers will sneak one here. Warhammer, Super
Space
Mario Party,
Marine, right?
Tekken 8.
I don't think Helldivers will win here. I think it'll be Call of Duty, dude.
Helldivers was such a phenomenon. Dude.
Yeah, but think about what Black Ops has
Technically,
offered, dude.
It was a co-op game, not really a multiplayer game.
But Black Ops has a great multiplayer. It has a great zombies, and now we've got Warzone. I don't know, man. That's tough. Best indie game: Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei, and the
Lorelei
Laser Eyes,
and the Laser Eyes.
Lorelei, Neva, UFO 50. My vote would be Animal Well, even though I haven't played it, but I'm guessing Balatro. Everyone else,
Balatro. Yeah.
Balatro, 100%.
Okay, never mind. Debut indie game: Animal Well, Balatro, Mandalorian, Pacific Drive, Place Square. Maybe they'll give best indie game to Balatro and maybe give debut to Animal Well. Probably not. Most anticipated game:
GTA 6.
Death Stranding
It
2,
can't
On the
not.
Beach, Ghost of Iote, GTA 6, Metroid Prime 4, Beyond, Monster Hunter Wild. It's got to be GTA, right?
But it's gonna win that for the next 12 years in a row, isn't it?
Do we?
why
But
being
let's take a
delayed?
temperature gauge right here. Do we think GTA is coming out next year, guys?
No. God, no.
Really?
Absolutely.
Definitely not coming out for us.
For
Absolutely.
you, we will be playing on console.
I'll buy it and stream it on my phone.
I think it's
There you go.
I think it's crazy that they have the most anticipated game category and not a DLC category. Like you didn't think of that as an option. That's insane.
That's a great point, Jose. That's so dumb. You're right. Why is there a category for most anticipated game when half of these probably won't even come out next year? You're up, Jose. You are.
It's absolutely right.
Thank you. Get rid of that. Gosh, what a joke. Best role playing game: Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Metaphor, ReFantasio.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Jose.
I mean, I want Elden Ring to win. I could see Dragon Dogma was real big when it came out for a while, though. People were real high on that for a while.
Games for impact and content creator. Again, if we're celebrating games, why do we have content creator on here? What is this person doing for
about
gaming?
selling ads.
It's what
and
they're
getting
doing
the
for
previews.
Keighley.
Games for impact. I'm just going to read them. I don't even know what the hell that means.
I
Closer
do,
the
and it's
Distance,
Hellblade.
Indica, Neva, Life is Strange, Senua Saga, Hellblade 2, Tales of Kanzerazawa, which I still need to play. Go ahead, Bubble Boy. Why?
It's Hellblade. It's like impact, like it's taking a stand on something and it's making you aware, socially
see.
aware of different.
It would be
Thanks.
cool. Kenzara Zhao, though, too. I really
Yeah, I
would.
can see. I think Tales is deserving as well. Content creator. I'm not even going to read this because who gives a shit?
Typical
spelled-
gamer is going to win that, bro.
They spelled our name wrong. Instead
I
of
know.
Your
How
chat, they
come
put Techno
they-
Gamer.
yeah, that's so weird.
Best action adventure. Astro.
What?
It's
got that Sony. That
Astrobot as action adventure. Prince of
What
Persia.
are
Silent Hill
2's on
2.
there?
Star Wars Outlaws. I mean, Silent Hill makes sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
Legend of
It's a
Zelda
horror
Echoes
game.
of Winter. Okay, how is Astrobot on as an? My pick here.
It's just
How about the
platform.
only
Well,
one
Dan,
that's
wait till you
actually
see the
an
next
action adventure?
category.
Oh God. Oh God. I don't. You're right. I'm not gonna skip that. At best action game. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh.
So we're not tuning in this year to the game.
What is going on? Guys, make an FPS category. Best action game. Black Myth Wukong. Good. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. What's going on, guys?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
It's got great action, bro.
I think if
Helldivers 2.
if things happen fast. on the
Warhammer and Stellar Blade. This isn't even. These aren't even.
Best fighting, Horizon 5. There, that's where it was. They
Best
finally put
fighting
it on
game.
there.
Dragon Ball, Grand Blue. You see how these are all fighting games? Keighley? You Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, Multiverse Tekken 8. Innovation and accessibility, Black Ops, Diablo 4, Dragon Age, random Veilguard, Prince of Persia, and Star Wars Outlaws. We don't really care. Best community support. Again, where's Forza Horizon or...
What does best community support even mean?
Baldur's
like
Gate
people
3.
doing
Like
mods?
14, Fortnite,
Yeah.
Helldivers,
Yeah.
No Man's Sky.
Fortnite doesn't have mods, does it?
That's what I think of it
I don't
as.
think
What else
Epic
would it
allows
be?
that, do they?
Oh, yeah, here we go. I got to get the chat in here. This is a great point here. Soaking it. Or no,
spot that Astrobot belongs in. That's family.
Soaking a category of non-released games versus a category of an extension to an existing game. Jeff made his choice. Shout out to Game Positive. Fable, Perfect Dark, Avowed, Gears of War E-Day, Doom Dark Ages. Yep, no anticipation for any of those games. You're absolutely...
But two Sony games are on there.
He's absolutely right.
I'm about to lose it, you guys. I'm not even...
Don't lose it, Dan.
Your blood pressure's got to be
Dude, it really like...
Does everybody else see the last bullet on Family Game is just blank?
I'm up to 84 beats per
Is that
minute.
a-
My resting's usually in the 50s
Is
and
that
40s,
a subtle? Did they do that on purpose?
They're like, we need more family games.
Best family game. Astrobot,
Hey,
Princess
right
Peach, Super Mario, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Windows, The Plucky Squire, and To Be Determined blank game.
I'm going to go with Princess Peach on this one.
Best sim strategy game, Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk, Kunitsigami, Manor Lords, Unicorn. Okay, good. All strategy games. Great. Best sports and racing, F1 24, EA Sports, NBA 2K, Top Sin, WWE. Who gives... I don't care. Best...
Top Spin.
Here's another one you can get rid of. Best VR/AR game. Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hair Slinger, Metro Awakening. I hear Batman's cool.
Yes, because
Asgard Wrath looks good too, but and Arizona Sunshine's a zombie game. That's cool.
Again, a couple more we can get rid of here. Best esports game, Counter-Strike, Dota. It's like literally this every year. I'm just going to stop reading it. Best esports athlete, Jose, who gives a...
Chovy. I'm voting for Chovy on this one.
What about one of Jose's kids or my kids?
Best esports team. Who cares? All right. There's the Keighley Awards for you guys. I'm even more furious now than I was before. I hated the Keighleys last year and the year before that and the year before that. I believe, speaking of most anticipated, shout out to Dinero Primero, a comment here. What is the Nerd Chat's most anticipated 2025 game? Let's say GTA 6 doesn't launch. Okay, if it doesn't launch, can anyone answer that right away? Because I need a second.
Do we know if Fable's going to be 2025?
I was going to say, for me, first party. Let's go first
South
party.
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight Fest coming up. I agree. Dang it. And Fable and Doom. Dude, I'm so excited for so many Xbox games. Like, it's crazy. Jose, what's your pick for anticipation next?
It
could be anything.
I need to look at a list, man. Hang on. Like,
Bubble Boy, what about you? Well,
I wanted to not say South of Midnight, and then you said it, and I'm like, yep, that's got to be it.
Pretty pumped for that.
I mean, I'm pumped for South. I'm pumped for Avowed. I really am.
You're pumped for Doom.
I'm super pumped for Doom. I think a new Doom's going to be freaking rad, especially on my PC. It'll be the first PC like jump into it, which is rad. I don't know, man. Like, it's just I think there's a lot to be hopeful for. I think Assassin's Creed is going to be cool when it comes out.
Death Stranding 2, will it go straight to PC?
No. It's going to be a PlayStation timed exclusive.
Even Xbox? Because then maybe that would be it. But
really? Wow, Bubble Boy.
I really liked the first one.
I know you did.
We've been over this.
The chat is demanding it, you guys. Guess what we're doing? Thursday, whatever, December live stream, I guess, of stupid. God, it's going to be brutal, you guys. It's going to be awful. You're going to be like, this is so boring. I guess we're gonna have to figure out some skits or something. Jose, get on that. Start writing up a script for that episode because it's gonna be terrible. That tax, baby, you got that right, Dinero. Best gaming accessory. Okay, so this kind of goes into the bigger question for us. Are we actually gonna do a game of the year for us this year? Because we got to get started on that.
All we played is Elden Ring and Call of Duty. So
no, our own personal awards. Should we do it or should
that's all we played.
What do we think?
If you want to play,
I have blast doing those.
I just can't plan that right now, but we can do one. I just think we should do something like different. Like it can end with the game of the year, but no offense. Like we want to laugh together. We don't want to sing the same games. That
no, I was saying no one gives a shit about the Nerd Chat game.
Yeah,
no,
I mean it's true though.
Every award I gave out was a meaningless, stupid award. If you'll remember.
All right,
Yeah.
I like it. We gotta start thinking of categories now. In the chat, please write to Bubble Boy at Blue Sky some categories you would like to see. One of them I was thinking of, Bubble Boy, best experience you had this year. So that can be anything you played. It doesn't have to be that came out this year.
That?
Like for me, like it would have been Metroid Prime Metroid Dread when I played it. Like I think that would be a cool one. We can also say best new game that came out in 2024 that you played, and we can just name them. We don't even have to have like categories, and we can just share all of ours instead of having like.
Yeah, like we pick like
unanimous pick or whatever.
10 categories, fun stuff,
Yes,
and have it. That's a good show.
Chat, we need you in there. Intern number 1, Todd Uxer, I need your input on this as well. Shout out to Nerd and intern number 2, Eric. We need some input on this. I'd like to get something going. We need to have tradition.
We have the trophy icon still. It's ready to rock.
If you do one, we should do it in January. Yes, ours will always be after the year
Look at it says best NPC in the game this year. That's a good one.
I like it. Write that down, Chance.
Yeah, do some cool categories out of the mainstream. Yeah, I agree. Best cover art. Yeah.
Cover art. Yep.
Ooh, that's a good one too. Today.
Best game you played on the toilet. Aim positive, always based.
Eric coming through.
All right. Shout out to the Keigleys. Yeah, we'll probably live this stupid award show. I don't really care. I just make fun of it. And there'll be announcements at least. I mean, that's the whole thing.
There will be.
Sorry, not the game awards. The game announcements 2024. That's what this really
Xbox
is.
are going to drop their new hardware again on us.
Guys, clear your calendar. Everybody, December 11th. I guess we'll be there.
I know he's not going to do it, but could you imagine if after what Phil said in an interview, they dropped a handheld at the awards? Like he was just totally sandbagging everyone. That'd have been crazy. That's not going to happen, but that'd be fun.
Oh gosh. News story number 4. I'm only doing this because Bacon
shout out to B. Best experience having Nerd Chat every Thursday. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, shut up, Base B. I'm only doing this because Bacon's gonna yell at me if I don't share his news story. News story number 4. PlayStation Portal is getting cloud streaming today. PlayStation Plus premium members will be able to test cloud streaming. Dang, they beat Xbox of 120 PS5 games on the Portal. This is coming from VGC, Jordan Midler over there. Bacon, I already know what you're going to say. He's going to say, what's up, PlayStation? You make this Portal device saying we can't stream games, but all of a sudden now it can stream games. Go ahead, Bacon.
Well, I've asked this question to multiple PlayStation friends of mine. I got many.
I'm wait a second.
well
Everybody,
connected.
listen to this. Everybody needs to ban the Trophy Room of PlayStation podcast. Joe and Kyle, they purposely skipped Bacon's well-written question. Joe's like, I didn't see it, but they literally read. I saw it. I saw this. He sent a screenshot. The 2 questions. They're just a little. They've got a new setup.
I guess you
going
can
on
dare
over there.
lick my balls, Capitan.
That's exactly what they said to Bacon, and they're hating on him. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to say anything. I stayed out of it because I'm like, ooh.
It wasn't even a bad question. I just asked a question and I wanted an answer.
Yeah,
I've been asking many people because for years we've been told cloud ain't it. Xbox doesn't need a console. Y'all are wanting to play on inferior hardware. Y'all should just leave the gaming industry. And then Xbox does this. This is an Xbox ad, and literally a week later, Sony now allows you to play games without a PlayStation 5. Where's the same energy? Is there the same energy, guys? No, there's not. It was just hey, cool. So again, Sony follows Xbox again on another initiative, just a few weeks behind, and it's just the hypocrisy in the games media.
It's the Xbox tax. Am I right, De Niro?
They can. And I'm okay with this. I'm so happy that people don't have to buy that $700 monstrosity, that they can literally buy a $200 Portal and play the games. I am happy that this is a thing. But again, absolutely mum's the word. And for years, Xbox has been getting torched for cloud and xCloud and all these initiatives. I just want to know, where is the same energy, gentlemen? Has anybody seen anybody stand up against this? No, I'll take your answers as absolute. Am I wrong? We've all heard
No.
it. We've all heard it for 2-3
Bacon,
years
we
now.
already know. Like De Niro said, taxes, baby, and game positive. The prophet Bacon speaks the Lord's truth.
We don't
And
do
again,
taxes anymore.
I'm
We
not
do
shitting
tariffs.
on Sony for doing this. I am absolutely 100% happy that this is a thing. But again, mum's a word. Every Sony podcast has not mentioned
Bacon,
a word
there's a
about
double
this.
standard. We already know Xbox can do no right. PlayStation only has cutting edge ideas and games because
But
they're
who
like
wants to
Apple.
play
Just
on-
like Apple somehow invents all this cool stuff to their iPhones when Android phones have been doing it for years early. It's
I heard
Blood
just
pressure.
Who wants to play?
collectively.
Who wants to play on a 7-inch screen over the internet? It's Xbox dead. There it is.
Todd
Flip
Oxford
it.
said, actually, Bacon, Sony started streaming first. Remember
That's
the
fine.
PlayStation?
Yes,
Now
they did.
when they bought Gaikai.
I'm not making fun of Sony. I'm making fun of Sony fans. Big difference.
Why aren't they talking about this?
Because it's bad for Sony and it's whoop, zip, zip.
How?
It's not
why,
bad for
though?
Sony.
That's
They
what-
It's
just-
bad because
Place-
it attacks their
Hardcore
narrative.
PlayStation fans don't care about
It
this. and
attacks
they
their
don't think-
narrative that they've been pushing against Xbox since when did Cloud come out? 2020? It has been their narrative since 2020. Nobody wants to play video games this way. And here people are playing video games this way. Am I
You know
wrong?
which book they took a page out of?
So stupid, man.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it. It's
Oh,
not
they said a
political
soundbite.
podcast.
By the way,
No,
you like that? It's kind of breaking up. You can't
can't
even.
hear it.
It just sounds like a guy screaming and
Really?
in rage. Yeah, sorry, but just some feedback.
Told
for
you
there.
too loud, bud.
I could already. Ash has said I could already stream my PlayStation Cloud games on my Steam Deck, and Game Positive said I got to add you guys on PSN. LOL. Why? None of us are ever on there.
I am because I platinum all the games on
You
on
can.
PC.
I guess I'll look at my PlayStation app. I guess I'll see you there. And then
Any other thoughts on this topic? Anybody?
no, I think
Bacon, I agree with you.
I agree with you,
just- I don't
Bacon.
know
I
if
have nothing to add. I
and
agree. I don't.
Here's what I think is hilarious about this. It actually makes me consider wanting to buy one of those portals
All right.
for $200. I'm like, yeah, I can jump back
Why?
in and for when they have it. So timeout. It not when they have. If they had day one launch exclusive,
That's not gonna
exclusive
happen.
launch. Well,
That's not gonna happen for a while.
and
you'd
and
rather-
the article
it's just
I
better
read
for
said
you
that
just-
exactly, but
Yeah, I would just have you just at that point just wait for them to come over to PC later. Nissa De Niro said when Bacon goes off, he needs that like America inspiration music playing in the background. And Nissa said Travis and his boss said there is not Xbox tax. There is an Xbox tax, Nissa, but there's Xbox bias, and that's I will stand on that. People don't like Xbox. Bacon was sizzling with that rant, said De Niro.
It's gotta get
Camaro.
clipped in
I
a
respect the
short
passion,
Oh, yeah.
said B. And Todd Oxford said Nintendo loves it when we fight. Yes. Guys, let's close the news for this week with news story number 5. Guys, there's a bunch of Xbox Black Friday sales,
Yes, sir.
not only on the Gear Shop, but also on the digital sale is live now. We're seeing deals coming across from Wario 64 and physical game. Well, who am I kidding? There's no physical game sales. Go to the Xbox store digitally. Go to the Gear Shop. Guys, have you made any purchases? I have a surprise purchase, and here's a clue. And Bacon actually knows because he was there
I
when
hope it's the
bought it.
King Ice Energy Sword necklace.
It is not a gear item. I bought a game from
Oh.
2014 on the Xbox store sale. Can anyone guess? My game of the year 2014. Xbox console exclusive.
Oh,
Don't say it, Bacon. I'll give you a clue. One more clue.
Insomniac.
Yep.
oh, Sunset Overdrive.
I bought Sunset Overdrive for PC through the app. New achievement list. I'm going to go through it again. It has all the DLC. $5. If you have not played Sunset Overdrive, it is $5 on PC. I'm guessing it's $5 on console as well. I cannot wait to play it on ultra wide, hopefully, or am I actually in 4K 60? It's gonna be amazing. So I cannot wait. Anybody else make any purchases during the sale?
I haven't yet. I want Silent Hill to go on sale a little bit because I really
that's on
wanna
my
play
wish
that
list, too.
over break. But I have a ton of other games to play plus Indiana Jones, so I'm not like actively shopping, but I'm not opposed to a good deal here and there. So like I might pick up the Sunset Overdrive for $5. That's
$5, and then think about if we get a handheld.
It's in Game Pass, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, it is. But I wanted to.
It is
to
in Game
support
Pass.
them.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it is. But that's in
wanna
case I
support a Sony
ever
company?
get rid of. Yeah, they can have $3. Sure, take it. And then shout out to De Niro. Sunset Overdrive was greater than Spider-Man. You got that right.
Damn,
I love
hot
Sunset
take.
Overdrive.
Let's clip that.
Bubble Boy, you gonna buy anything? You see anything? By the way, there is something on the list that I was gonna buy for you, but I'm gonna hold up because I'm gonna try to get it for you on Steam.
For me personally, you're saying? Oh, okay. Thank you. I bought all the Final Fantasy things. Because
that's right.
and even on sale, it was still like $50, which I was like, this is stupid. It's stupid
There's
expensive.
a lot of games.
It's a lot of really old games.
Chance bought the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, by the way.
You
Final
can
Fantasy
see
1 through 6.
I always do that 1, 2, 3, and you just barely can't see. I have 7 back there too, right next to Master Chief Collection, which will forever always be installed on the ROG Ally.
Really? That's a lot of space.
Between that and Power Wash Simulator, those two are guaranteed to stay there.
Game Positive coming in hot. Debating canceling my Stalker 2 Collector's Edition and buying a bunch of the stuff on sale. LOL.
What's in the Collector's Edition other than like a steelbook and stuff?
Number one intern, Todd Oxter, can you pull up the link for us on that Collector's Edition? Bacon, were you going to buy anything, or are you waiting for like Steam to have their sale? Does Steam have a Black Friday sale, by the way? I'm hoping.
Oh, they will. Absolutely.
They'll have
It
a
might
bunch.
just not be until Black Friday is the other thing. Like,
Well, by the way, I forgot. I did purchase something else, guys. I did purchase something from the Gear Shop. The Xbox 20 years Master Chief, where it's the 2-0 with the Chief in the middle.
Sure.
Like that.
Yeah.
I bought
Gold,
the,
right?
Yeah, it's gold. I bought that shit
one
because
is cool.
what
And
was
it's
the only
sold out
size in stock? Large.
Extra
and I was so happy. It was $18. I was like, hell yes, I'm buying that shirt because I wanted it originally. I'm still
it's sold
contemplating
out.
getting the ODST one, but at the same time, I'm like, But there's a lot of stuff on here, guys. Maybe I should get Bacon this Call of Duty hoodie right here. This black.
That one's cool.
6.
Star Wars is on
I like
Steam
this is
for
not an
52.
Xbox stuff.
Outlaws 52.
Yep. Just launched today at 52.
Yeah, on Steam. I saw that.
Anyway, guys, that has been the Xbox news for the week. Let's jump into what have we been playing and or watching. Somebody take it away.
I'll start. I don't have a whole long list. I mean, playing a lot of Black Ops, which is great. Prestige 2, level 10, I think, right now. We've been going back and forth with having our XP tokens and then not having our XP tokens. So I hope that bug gets fixed because I got a lot of them and I'm ready to use them so I can level up to Prestige higher levels. But having a great time in every mode except for Warzone. And I feel like an old because I will tell you, every time we drop, I get melted. And like I'm trying. Like I literally feel like I'm just hiding. And by the end we were getting better, but man, it is something. And it was funny. I like a weird side story today. I was walking back towards my office at school and I happened to like see a kid that I know pretty well, a senior, and we were talking about break and he was like, what are you gonna do? I was like, I'm gonna play some games and stuff. He's like, oh, what do you play? And I was like, Black Ops. He was like, no way. And we were talking about Black Ops and he's like, have you jumped into Warzone Area 99? I was like, yes. And he's like, dude, you just get melted. I'm like, yes, thank God for telling me that, Zayden. Like you made me feel so much better for doing that because it was.
Well, here's the thing too, Jose. I feel the same way, and you know I'm a decent Call of Duty player.
Yeah,
and Deja Vu, same thing. He's even like, I'm getting melted, and he's never. Guys, for context, we've been playing. I think it was 6 hours, right, Bacon? At least we had played 34 games of drops, and we had gotten our first win the other night. It was Deja Vu,
Were you
Bacon,
counting? How
and
did
myself.
it count for you?
It's under your stats. You can go look.
Cool.
But there was a run where we played like 6 games. We couldn't get past top 10, dude, in Resurgence. It was insane.
So bad. Something's up. I don't know what it is, but you're right. I don't know. I don't think everyone's a sweat fest. I feel like I want to send you guys this video. Something's up with the hit detection, and something's off is all I'm going to say. Jose, what else have you been playing?
I did jump into Stalker 2 last night after the update.
Let's hear it.
I only got to play about 20 minutes because I needed to go to bed.
Yeah, I saw you on it. I was like shocked because you got on late last night because we were waiting for you. And it was like, where the hell's Jose?
I worked till really late. I didn't think I was going to get to play at all. And I finished at like 10:30 and I was like, oh, I can jump in real quick. What I will say is I basically saw like the intro and like to a very, very short part of where I could control. And I will tell you, dude, it was gorgeous. I don't mean just pretty.
Oh, really?
I mean like I was blown away. And some of the like, I don't really care about ray tracing that much like Bacon does. I think it's cool, but I don't care about it. But because of the GeForce Now app set my settings to ultra, that's what it set for Stalker 2. It was awesome. I will say I was watching my counter. It was at 99% on my GPU and like 60 something on my CPU for the whole time. Like it didn't come down. And I was like, that's probably not good.
No,
so
it's fine.
I don't know about that.
No, you can pin your GPU. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I do it all the time.
But I will say after where I was getting to and the game was progressing, I was seeing some of the glitching. I think some of it was related to the graphic stuff a little bit. So I went ahead and paused it. I'll turn some stuff down to high instead of ultra, but it was cool, man. The other thing, I was talking to Jam Pack Sam today from Save the Game online that the controls are pretty good. There's just something off, like some small tweak that I need to find to make it feel better. But it's cool, man. I mean, it's actually like I think that the world is cool. The sound design is awesome. It's visually amazing. I will say I was playing on my OLED, and Sam said on his LCD that it was very, very dark. On mine, it was great. The HDR works really, really rad on it. All I could think though was I was playing it was like, cannot believe that a team developed this while they were in a war. Like, because it's really good, dude. Like a small piece that I played. So I'm excited to play more of it. I know that a lot of people were really down on a lot of the glitching stuff, and that may come up. I'm not saying it won't, but in the short piece that I played, I didn't see a lot of that. The other two things, just real quick, worth mentioning. 2 shows. We've been finished Shrinking on Apple TV. Really good show. If you really want something that's like a feel good show, dude, it's
Have you watched it, Dan?
Yes, Allie and I did watch the first season. Man,
I really like
it. It's incredible.
We also
Even
started.
Allie was like, it's fine.
St. Dennis Medical on Peacock. It's like a new Office type show.
Yeah.
It's good. It's I think it's going to take some time to get to know the characters and stuff, but it's good, man. So that's what I've been up to this week. Excited with break coming up. I'm going to play a lot of Black Ops. Don't get me wrong. That's the best part, playing with my friends. But
no, Destiny 2, Jose.
We'll finish Destiny 2.
Yes. Anyway, very quickly, what have I been playing? I beat Inside again. Guys, what a game. Just I was telling Jose about that sound part again, and then the ending. I don't want to split it. Again, probably on sale. I think it was like $2. Everybody go buy Inside or play it somewhere. Everybody play Inside. Quickly, what have I been watching? Shout out to Casa Bonita Mi Amor on Paramount Plus. Thanks to my Walmart Plus subscription that got me Paramount Plus for free, and the discount on my Burger King orders. What a documentary! Very cool. Casa Bonita wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Like it's as easy as that. So they kept it alive. Very emotional. You could tell that it was Trey. Trey was the one who's obsessed with it, right?
Yeah. No, Matt. God dang it. I think it's Matt. I think Matt was obsessed with it.
Matt.
Anyway, one of the two of them.
People are still playing Destiny 2.
No, Trey Parker was Trey. Trey was the one who you could tell that was his childhood and saved Casa Bonita. Everybody go watch that. It's on, well, if you for some reason have Paramount Plus, it is worth watching. Shout out also to Ashes. Ashes, you do need to play Black Ops with us. Jump in. We are on almost every night. Come play with us. Same with you, Game Positive. And sometimes, Eric, I'm thinking about inviting you, but I don't know. I can't tell if you're on Call of Duty. I don't know what your stupid Activision ID is. I only see you when you're on Xbox. Did you pull up a quote there or something?
Yeah, it was from Eric.
Another thing Canada doesn't have, what the F is Walmart Plus?
It's a pretty fantastic deal.
Think of Walmart Plus as an Amazon competitor. They're trying to get you to spend your money at Walmart, and then they'll deliver it to you for free from the store.
Same day.
Well, to be fair, Amazon does same day for a lot of things too.
Not out my way.
Okay.
And
and
we have a Walmart.
If you're
out
close
my
to a
way, and
Walmart,
they say I honestly want to get it right now while it's only $49.99.
It's only $50.
Yeah, just see if they'll.
And by the way, I was in line to get a PlayStation Digital Edition, and I missed my place in line. It just told me I had a chance to buy it. Son of a.
What were you gonna do with that?
Flip it, of course.
They're readily available everywhere you look, so I wouldn't do that, Dan.
Oh my God, I can't believe I missed out on.
I was in a Best Buy, and there's like 13 of them at Park Meadows the other day.
Anyway, so we are not sponsored by a Walmart Plus, but we're open to it. So we get
Well, I think
delivery,
the Penners they're interested, aren't they?
early access to sales, Eric. We get 10 cents a gallon on fuel at Murphy gas stations, free online pet care, auto care, returns from home, mobile scan and go. Get this, Eric, 25% off Burger King every order, and we get a free Whopper every 3 months.
Yeah.
A free Paramount Plus basic subscription, which worth it for me, and like I said, free shipping. So you better get on that. Bacon, what have you been playing or watching?
So Monday I put the new processor in my PC. I went through and painstakingly benchmarked a bunch of games, and I realized I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to benchmark and get graphs and tell people that processors are better. My processor is better. I love it. I got a really expensive one sitting here if anyone wants to buy it.
It was $480, you guys.
I just like
he's also thinking about a $1,000 motherboard.
I am, because it's dope. Anyways, so I played a lot of games. Benchmarking, when you're benchmarking, you're really not playing games. So I went through, I had to update a whole bunch of games, hence my data cap issues. And I'm like, so I put it away. I put my new processor in and just gamed all day Tuesday. And all day Tuesday, all I did was load double XP tokens and play Call of Duty all day, and almost got an entire Prestige done in one day because I have 45 hours of double XP saved.
How were you guys not you guys all have like insane numbers. I'm like, were you not using these before?
I don't use them.
I was.
I didn't use them before.
And what I've been watching, if on Paramount Plus you are not watching The Lioness, you are doing everything wrong in your life, and it is absolutely incredible. We're season 2, 4 or 5
Who's
episodes.
the actress in it?
Zoe Saldana.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
And it's made by the guy who did Yellowstone, which reminds me, Yellowstone, kind of disappointed, but it's back. It's kind of like The Walking Dead. I got to finish it because I was so invested in The Walking Dead. And the last 3 seasons were terrible, and you're just like, I got to keep watching. But that's about it from what I've been watching or playing.
Shout out to the chat. Matt Valdez coming in hot. Walmart Plus is greater than Fast and Furious movies, and I have zero experience with Walmart Plus. Shout out to based Matt Valdez.
Matt Valdez removed from
Loving
friends
that.
list.
Ashes to ashes. I wish I lived closer to you all so I could get some help cooling on my PC. My GPU is a 3090 and my CPU is always running 80 plus under load. Sounds to me maybe thermal paste. Maybe some thermal
CPU
paste.
What CPU is it?
Tell us some more. What's your CPU, Ashes, and also how many fans you got in there? Because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9.
My new 9800 X3D doesn't get over 60 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, I'm usually always around maybe I've seen it get 70s max.
Like
mostly
my
50s, 60s.
My 7950X 16 core.
God, we are nerds.
I was
Bubble
bouncing
Boy,
at
break this up.
95 for a while.
Bubble Boy, before you fall asleep over there, what have you been playing?
Games, video games. I Final Fantasy, the original one, and I'm having a blast with it. And then just Black Ops, tons and tons of Black Ops, and I'm loving it. I did do gamer grades for each different version and the overall thing. If anybody ever wants to see that, so I can maybe make a video out of it. I don't know, but
I think you should.
Can you guess, at least in the ranking system, between multiplayer, zombies, and campaign, where they fell?
I'm gonna guess you gave
campaign first,
multiplayer B, campaign A, zombie C.
Zombies was number 2.
Shocking.
Behind
campaign zombies.
I have played quite a bit. Campaign was the lowest one, and not because it was bad, but because
no spoilers.
Okay, it was a game. Not because it was no, because it like I'm never gonna play it again. Literally, I have absolutely zero reason to ever go back and play it again. So, but it's still, I mean, I gave it a good grade. It was just the lowest of the not Final Fantasy 7 or
but I mean, like,
or
has there ever been a Call of Duty campaign where like I gotta replay that? Maybe Modern Warfare in 2007.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Maybe that one.
Before I throw it over to Bacon for what he been playing,
he already did his.
Oh yeah, the
segment's done.
Yeah. Shout out to Todd Oxtra. FYI, I may be visiting Colorado in September. Well,
Ayo.
Well, then we're hanging out, Todd.
Yep,
it's as
you
easy
better.
As that. So good to know.
You got to take the fight picture. I just want a whole series of those of Dan, of every creator we meet, of just Dan squared up,
squaring up against Todd.
And you can stop at my house at a pit stop on the way into Denver.
He's in Kansas, folks. Gentlemen, let's close the show like we always do with the best food we had this week. Quickly, I had the flying pig tonight. I'm never going back. I mentioned that to Bubble Boy, so that is not the best food I had this week. So I try to dig deep and find something. Bacon, did you have good food this week?
Do you have any additions to the counter, Dan, before you walk away?
I do.
Go out.
I have a QPC I can add.
You braved the McDonald's. How was it?
It's back. Praise be. It's
still
back.
I was
Thank
nervous.
You.
My wife was at
an
event, some event this week, and grabbed some QPC on the way home.
Did she not know?
No, she's like, "Is it available?" And I'm like, "If it's not available, give me some chicken nuggets." Because
good choice.
Really, nothing
number
else at
2.
McDonald's worth eating than QPC and chicken nuggets. And she said, "We'll just get it with no onions." I'm like, "I'm not going to argue with that because I don't need onions anyway." So we think that's where the E. coli came from, was the onions. I don't know. Anyways, so I also had some good times, and I'm still trying to decide if the wild fries are as good as Freddy's fries.
They are.
I've come to the determination they're not. The Freddy's fries are. It's the seasoning on the Freddy fries. It's that little sprinkling of the salt or whatever it is. It's just choice, and they're so small and crispy, and the fry sauce, you just can't beat Freddy's. So I'm gonna die on that hill, gentlemen.
I love Freddy's. It's too expensive. It's way too expensive.
It all is anymore.
No, not McDonald's. No, especially with that app. Bubble Boy was the best food you had this week.
Well, as you'll see on my tagline, I had the 3 Whoppers. And I got to give BK Lounge some credit because I've been really down on Burger King. And the first thing that I noted, what?
I completely forgot. I tried all the Whoppers that you guys forced me to eat and tweeted it out.
So I was impressed with the presentation. Rarely, almost never, do you get a fast food burger that looks even close to like what it looks like on the pictures. And I will give them, it was extremely well wrapped. It was tight. They used a Sharpie, I could tell, to check off which burger each one was. So I was impressed with that. I really do got to give it to them. The sad news, 2 out of 3, I just could care less about. And that was the street corn, which I love Mexican street corn. I love queso, so I don't know how you mess that one up. And the dill pickle ranch. I will say for the dill pickle ranch, at least when I got a bite that had it all, which was the dill pickle, I think was it pepper jack cheese they had on that one, and the ranch, it tasted decent. It wasn't bad, but then the maple bourbon barbecue, that thing was on fire. I would go back and order that again tonight if I needed to. That might be my new favorite current, like limited edition burger. It was fantastic. It had, I wouldn't call it a spice, but like a tiny little kick to it. Does that make sense? Yeah, not spicy, but like this, like
it's just good.
Yeah, all the flavors, and it was sweet and it was crunchy, and oh man, so good.
Very good.
Very, very impressed with that one.
Yeah, so. I'm right there with Bubble Boy. By the way, I did tweet about this, and I tried to post it on. I'll try to post it on Threads and Blue Sky if they still let me over there. Right there with Bubble Boy. Number 1 is easily the maple bacon. Don't waste your time. Just get that. Number 2, if I was forced to pick one, would have been the pickle ranch one. And so disappointing with the street. Like you said, I love Mexican street corn, and this was just. I don't even know how it got to the top 3. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. But to be honest, just stick with a Whopper. Let's be real. That's the best fast food burger. Game Positive said, do you guys have sweet Thai chili chicken wraps at McD's in the land of the free?
Land of the currently free.
Yeah. Probably too healthy for this country.
No, we don't have that, but I did see Burger King had some crazy wraps. Bubba Boy, I might need you to do some research on those. Okay.
I was like, can I throw a couple wraps in them? No, but yeah, I saw them.
Ashes to Ashes, Freddy's fries are so good. And Nessa said, I hear bacon and eggs, or I had bacon and eggs at my mom's chocolate chip. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So real quick, I gotta address Ashes real quick.
Okay.
I built my PC a couple less than 2 years ago, and I'm trying to address this cooling situation.
Disclaimer: Bacon is going to be talking about PC nerd stuff really quick right here. You guys,
Well, I couldn't even tell that my radiator was this dirty, and I do normally yearly go through and service my PC. So Ashes, you might want to go in there. Your GPU will most likely usually run at that temp. It's not a terrible temp in the 80s, but a 12 gen Intel, I'm not sure should run that hot. So I don't know what cooling you have hooked up to it, but you might want to pull your front fans off and then just get a compressed air can and clean your radiator. It might pay off.
You see, but Bacon, what he doesn't realize, when you build a sleek PC like a pro like me, and you've got optimal airflow, this thing looks flawless. And I'm not.
How many fans do you have?
I guurity you, your radiator's dirty.
9 fans.
You're in a basement. You'll have a dirty. Oh, live call.
Who are we calling?
Allie.
Allison Willen's like, welcome. You are live now on the Nerd Chat. Just wanted to ask you, what was your best food you had this week? Because I'm trying to remember what I think it was. And I think we might have the same answer. What was the best food you had this week?
I don't know.
Okay. Thanks for helping. Allie, she can't hear that. Jose just said D's nuts. I want you to know that. Jose just did the sound bite.
That wasn't my best food. Maybe the salad.
What did you say? So repeat. They're laughing at the D's nuts.
Doesn't matter.
What was the best food, honey?
Maybe the salad I had tonight.
Really? Okay, well, what I was going to say, dear, was my best food, you guys, this week is when Allie and we all made a giant breakfast for dinner with the family. Remember that, Allie?
Someone's searching for points.
Yeah, we had candles. I made my famous cheesy eggs. Allie made
famous cheesy
French toast. The only thing I can cook well. Allie, tell them I make the best eggs. Tell them.
Someone's in the doghouse.
You make the best scrambled cheesy eggs.
Thank you.
That's the only thing.
My mom told me that in middle school too.
Thank you, dear. So, thank you. Love you, honey. Have fun watching the Browns Steelers game. Goodbye.
My wife is laughing downstairs right now, listening.
For real though, it was really good. She made French toast, turkey sausage. We had strawberries and bananas and my eggs. And you guys, that was the best food I had this week. Jose, take us home. I know you got something good over there too.
It's been a great week. This week we had homemade chicken pozole, which is delicious, which is like hominy. From my mother-in-law, which was great. My wife last night made a green chili and chicken Philly cheesesteaks, which were fantastic. Like I had leftovers at work, which were great. And then tonight, it was my night to cook dinner Thursday night. We made lemon pancakes with the chantilly cream and blueberries on top. Absolutely a stunner. But it's Jeff Morrow's recipe from Food Network. Highly recommended. Hit me up.
It's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited.
Absolutely correct, Chance. Thank you for that. It's been a great week, Food Man. I thought we were going to get Popeyes today at work. It didn't happen. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll let you know.
Speaking of best food, kind of, Todd earlier asked, is everyone going to get the IHOP glasses? And then somebody, Jose in the Nerd Chat said for $70 to $5, pass. Is that really that absurd? I feel like I'm looking at Amazon right now.
Or a cup?
$20 for a 6-piece glassware. It's kind of worth it to me, Jose.
$20 for a 6-piece.
A large family.
But these have Indiana Jones. We might not ever get another Indiana Jones on a glass with an Xbox logo on it and the Chief. Todd,
I have no judgment for you.
Todd, if I can find them, I will absolutely buy them. Anybody in the chat have a best food? Deja Vu said, I had an all-you-can-eat buffet at Monarch and Blackhawk. Ate so much. Couple of lobster tails and crab legs in there, too. Sorry, Deja. Game Positive said, holy shit.
Oh, sorry.
Jose. I just turned on the Browns game. The insane snow. Dinero Primero. Breakfast for dinner. Can't go wrong. You got that right. Shout out to Tony Smith. Just keep the blackberry ginger ale away from Bubble Boy.
Wait, what? Who said that?
Tony Smith.
Tony, you son of a bitch. Where? I don't.
We're supposed to beep that.
What?
Just keep the blackberry ginger. Oh, he's talking about what is that? What's that called? Crunk
It's
juice.
the most delicious.
What did you call it, Jose?
Literally
Pimp juice. What did you call it?
We called it drink.
Drink
back.
I knew it was something.
Sounds like Mad Dog 2020.
No, I go hang out with Tony, and he gives me blackberry ginger ale. It's fantastic. It's delicious.
Shout out to Tony Smith. Gentlemen, this has been the Nerd Chat episode 186. 86.
Ticker this week?
This is a PlayStation?
Whoa.
And an Xbox. My name is Daddy Diwali. You can follow me at Daddy Diwali across all social media. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast. Apparently, Bubble Boy's killing it over it. Okay, you can't find me on Blue Sky at Daddy Diwali, but you can find
Nerd
our
Chat
show.
I tag you all the
Nerd
time.
Chat. Jose, it's something's up. It's
Something
telling me
today. You got
invalid
marked
name.
invalid.
Yeah, I got shadow banned today. Chipotle Bear, where can people find you?
You can find me Chipotle Bear everywhere. Definitely enjoying Blue Sky a lot, but I'm still on Threads and other places. Also, for everyone in the chat, if you guys want to join our Discord, seriously, let us know, guys. Don't feel obligated. I know there's lots of great Discords. XCP is a great one. Todd's is a great one. Ains is a great one.
But here's the plug for ours. We're small.
Yeah,
Chance.
sure. We
so
are
there's
always
more intimate conversations. Anyways, go ahead, Jose.
We're always in our Discord chatting at night at game, like we're playing games. Usually it's Call of Duty. Even if you want to just come in and laugh with us for a little bit and listen to Danielle.
Diego, join the chat already.
Yeah. Feel free to join us, guys. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. We are at 307 subscribers, guys. We're still on that road to 500. I'm still gonna make Danny eat those 16.
Make me eat the JVCs.
If he does it. So shout out to you all. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Everybody asking if we're gonna have a show next week. I'm gonna guess it's probably not going to be on Thursday. I don't mind.
Should we do it Wednesday night?
Yeah, can we do it Wednesday?
It's fine.
Bacon chance.
Yeah.
We'll be live next Wednesday. And we don't want to do Thanksgiving, do we?
Yeah. I'm not gonna be asleep. I'll be gaming. I'll be honest with you, but family time.
Wednesday. We'll be here next Wednesday. We'll record Wednesday. X Bacon Gaming. Where can people find you?
First I got old B in the chat.
B said, ask Bacon for pics of what I made this week. Ribs, New York strip, ribeyes, garlic, Parmesan, shrimp, etc.
It's quite washed out.
Yeah, it's just not working.
Hard to indistinguish from a turd.
It looked
tasty.
Pretty good presentation there. B.
Yeah, so you can find me on Threads. I used to do 99% of my time on Twitter, and that has gone down to about 4% of my time on Twitter. And I feel much better and more liberated in my life with no Twitter. So all your gaming platforms, X Bacon Gaming. Shout out to the chat. You guys were awesome tonight. Keep them coming.
Shout out.
And definitely keep Bubble Boy away from that blackberry ginger ale.
And think of categories for our awards.
Yes, think of category awards at Blue Sky.
Nerd Chat.
The Nerd Chat at Blue Sky.
Got 300 followers already on Blue Sky.
Oh, and it just keeps climbing every time I log in. It's like
he's good at controlling our.
I mean, I'm a big deal, so
yeah.
And I put a lot of really, really good takes on there. Like,
all right, Bubble Boy, where can people find you?
Everywhere, because now my ally, I can play all your games anywhere. So you can find me anywhere and everywhere. It's gonna be great. Can't wait.
It's fair.
I was trying to think of something cool for our closing.
As always, Blackberry ginger ale lovers,
gentlemen, see you online.
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 Ask any racer, any real racer. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
The Nerd Chat is an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast across all social media. The show was created by Daniel Walenzik, and you can follow him at Daddy D. Wally. Co-host and producer Jose Martinez III can be found at Chipotle_bear. Former intern, now co-host Jason Jarrett can be found at xbacongamin. And former co-host, now returning intern Chance Siegel can be found at BubbleBoyN7. If you'd like to find out more about the show, please visit nerdchatmedia.com. And as always, see you online.